Game Week 27 transfer targets. This is the video where we look at the most transferred in players in FPL and the most transferred out players. I'm going to give my opinion, look at some data, fixtures and everything in between. Let's talk about the first player of the video. Of the video is Solanke at 7.1 million and 24.3 ownership. 253,000 people have brought in this man already ahead of that deadline on Saturday. You can really see why as soon as you look at the fixtures. Overall, really decent fixtures, but the next 2 weeks are really what you're bringing him in for. You've got a Burnley fixture in 27, followed by the best double in FPL. Luton and Sheffield United both at home. Now, I wish I saved my triple captaincy for this. I did put my triple captain on Haaland a few weeks ago, but this could be an absolute monstrous game week for Solanke. And if you've got your triple captain, I would really debate activating it for game week 28 on Solanke. But overall, what a season he is having. An absolute goal scorer, involved in a lot of Bournemouth goals, and I'm really happy to own him in my own personal FPL team. Next player on our video today, we have Kevin De Bruyne. Now, 250,000 people have transferred this player out, and he is the most transferred out player of the week, and I can really understand why. 10.7 million, it is an expensive player. 27.6% ownership. Now, I really didn't expect it to be that high, but overall, I can completely understand why people are taking this man out. He only got about 6 minutes against Bournemouth in their last fixture, and the fixture before that against Brentford, he didn't feature whatsoever. And now, yes, he absolutely could come back in these next few game weeks and just put in absolutely amazing performances. But for that price point, you want someone who is guaranteed to have 90 minutes every week. And perhaps De Bruyne just isn't at that point at this time. Obviously, later on this season, he could be fitter and ready to perform for us. But for 10.7 million, I think there's other players out there that you can get that are just better value for your money. And especially looking at the fixtures as well, they are difficult fixtures. And in the last few weeks, let me just look at my data here. Bournemouth only a 1-0 victory. Brentford only a 1-0 victory, and Chelsea 1-1. They're not exactly putting loads of goals past teams, but of course that could all change within a week. But for me, transferring De Bruyne out, completely just. Go for it if you have him. Next player we want to talk about today is Mohamed Salah at 13 million and 22.9 ownership across FPL. 159,000 people have brought him in for game week 27. And for me, I just can't understand why. And for me, it has to do with the final that Liverpool recently won. Of course, Van Dijk with that fantastic header to win the Carabao Cup for Liverpool. But Salah didn't feature at all. And I'm not even talking about in the 11. I'm talking about the entire squad. He wasn't anywhere near the squad. And it just puts me off really big time. I just don't see why you would rest Salah. If he was okay to play, he would definitely be at least on the bench for the final against Chelsea, but he just wasn't, and it really puts me off the next few weeks for him. Of course, Forest away, as much as Forest, can concede goals, I think they're playing a lot better with their new manager. 28, obviously, Manchester City. It is a home fixture. Maybe he's back for that, but are you really banking on Salah putting a few past Manchester City? Yeah, I'm not too sure. But, yeah, for me, I can't see why I would bring him in at the moment. Maybe if some more information comes out and he is fit to play, then you could maybe move for him. But for me, I'm holding off for now. Julian Alvarez, where do we start with him? So, for me, with Julian Alvarez, his minutes aren't as secure as they were, and his points that he's getting over the last few weeks just aren't enough to want me to bring him in. If you've got him, I think you've only got 3 forward spots in your team. You're looking at Haaland definitely taking one of them, Solanke 100% taking another one of them, and then it's really a battle for that third spot between Watkins, Alvarez, Tony, and I can't really think of anyone else. Darwin Núñez is injured, so not even Darwin Núñez. But for me, Watkins would take that spot. So Alvarez has really been transferred in for that reason. He's not been too excellent in terms of FPL points recently, although his data is pretty solid and has been okay when he has been playing. He does take a few shots that are a bit ambitious at times, but that's what you kind of want in an FPL forward. You want someone who's going to at least try score a good few goals for your team. But 6.6 million, 24.2% ownership, 114,000 people removing this man from their teams. It's understandable, and for me, the absolute true pairing, well, not pairing, the true three you need up front in FPL right now is Haaland, Watkins and Solanke, and I just don't think there's a spot for Alvarez anymore in our FPL teams. Now, this player here, I could literally just show you this screen and say no words whatsoever for a minute flat, and you would understand that this player is serious business. He has been on goal scoring form. The data is there for him. He is absolutely on fire. 104,000 people have brought him in at 9.2 million and 64% ownership. Yeah, unbelievable FPL asset. If you don't have him in your FPL teams right now, I would strongly urge you to at least have a plan to incorporate this man for Game Week 27. And of course, when you look at the fixtures on my graphic below, you'll understand he has the best fixture possible. Of course, it's an away fixture, which isn't too great. SAKA away from home isn't particularly amazing, but it's Sheffield United. They aren't a great team. Of course, they held Wolves a little bit better than they held Brighton the previous week. That is Sheffield United, of course. And Arsenal, the way they're attacking, the way they're playing the football, I feel as though they can easily dismantle Sheffield United and do a really good job that game. And Saka surely has to be a part of some of the goals that are going to happen in that game. So for me, I don't want to say essential, but if you don't have him in your team, I would strongly advise you to try fit him in somehow. Possibly even worth taking a hit to get him in. That is debatable, but yeah, a real serious FPL asset right there. Don't be fooled by this man's love heart. Pervis Estupiñán has every single right to be on this list of transferred out players. 66,000 transfers out, and as an owner myself, let me tell you my journey with Estupiñán so you can understand why I am probably going to transfer him out this game week. I've held him since game week 22 and he has scored me a whopping 3 points. Over 5-6 weeks, he has gave me 3 points overall. He is not getting the minutes. He is getting yellow cards when he comes on. De Zerbi just isn't happy with him. De Zerbi invited him to his house, fed him pasta apparently, and yeah, still didn't play last week. So if you have this man, I would strongly advise you get rid of him. I don't care if he plays and starts in 27, 28, 29, whatever. He is not coming near my team. It's so uncertain whether Lamptey or him starts. It's often going to be Lamptey because Lamptey is playing decent. Yeah. If you're holding this man and hoping for points to come soon, I would just move on. I think there's other players you can target. There's other things you can do by avoiding blank game weeks. You can get someone else in. 5 million, it's cheap enough, but for me, he's not going anywhere near my 27 starting lineup. If he's in my squad, he'll be well and truly on the bench unless something happens in the media and we find out that Lamptey is injured or Pervis Estupiñán is going to definitely start. I mean, even when he started in that one game, he came off at half-time. He was that bad. But yeah, rant over. Estupiñán owners, I understand your pain. I am here with you. Let's get this man gone. Now, that's going to wrap up everything for today. But if you have enjoyed the video and want to see more of my content, please subscribe and hit the like button below. It's just going to support my channel, of course. It's going to notify you when my latest video is out, and that should be my team selection video either Thursday or Friday evening. But that is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.